Hello everyone, my name is Jamin. Thanks so much for visiting my channel. In this video, I have a Yoga 730. I'm going to show you how to get inside, access your fan, heatsink, CPU assembly. So first, power down your computer through the start menu. Make sure that it's off and unplugged from your charger. We're then going to flip your computer over to access your bottom case screws. Now you have 10 screws on the bottom case that you need to remove. After doing so, you'll take a small, flat, plastic pry tool and you'll go across the entire seam of the bottom case and gently pry it up from the rest of your computer. It's generally best to start out back near one of the two hinges and go in one direction. If you get stuck, leave it, go to the other side and continue in the other direction. Also, don't put the pry tool too far in. You could damage some internal components. Just keep it on the edge, go nice and slow but firm, and you'll be able to get that bottom case off. Once you do, this is what you're looking at for the inside of your computer. Now, as a general computer repair side note, whenever I'm working on a computer in my shop, it's sitting on an anti-static mat. Either that or an anti-static bracelet are great ideas to avoid damaging anything in your computer when you're working on it. If you would like help with tools or supplies for your project, as well as any replacement or upgrade parts for this specific model computer, I will have a link above, also below in the description, and it will be a list of all those tools and supplies and the replacement parts for this specific Yoga 730. Now, before touching anything in a computer, it's always wise to remove or at least unplug your battery. Computers are safest to work on when as little power as possible is running through them. This is your battery right down here. It's held in by these 4 screws and plugs into the motherboard right here. Now, as goes for any cable or wire in a computer, try to avoid pulling on the wire if at all possible. You could damage it or sometimes pull it right out of the plug. So what you want to do, if at all possible, is grab the plug itself and wiggle it out of the motherboard port. Now, in this case, this one didn't have a whole lot of grip on either side, so I did have to grab the wire just a little bit, but I tried to grab it along with the plug and wiggle it out slowly so as not to damage it. Your fan is here on the right side of my screen, and then one here near the left side of my screen. Be very careful with the fan wires. They are probably one of the more fragile wires in a laptop, so definitely just pull on the plug and not on the wires if you're unplugging those fans. You can unscrew them here. You can find the screws on the fans. If you're looking at your heatsink, it sits over your CPU and GPU, and the heatsink goes in between the fans and these 2 vents. As a word of caution, if you are taking up your heatsink for any reason, I don't know why you're here, if you're replacing a component, if you're just here to clean out your computer, but if you do remove the heatsink and expose the thermal paste to air, you do need to reapply that thermal paste. Once it's been broken and exposed to air, it does need to be reapplied. If you would like help with that whole process, I will have a video tutorial link below in the description. It will be a tutorial showing you how to fix an overheating laptop. And one of the things it will show is how to clean off all the old thermal paste from both your CPU, GPU, and heatsink. You don't want to put new paste on top of old paste. And it will show you to apply the correct amount of thermal paste. If you put too much thermal paste down, it could end up locking heat in rather than facilitating its transport out. So if you want help with that, again, there will be that tutorial below in the description. And I guess the last thing to mention about this type of an operation, not all thermal paste is created the same. So the cheaper stuff, it will work, but generally speaking, the more expensive thermal pastes will do a better job. So below in the description, in that link I told you about with all the replacement parts for this computer, I will have 2 different options. I will have an option on the cheaper end that again will work, but I will have a little bit more expensive option too if you guys really want to get good thermal paste. But that's it for this video, how to get inside your Yoga 730 and access your heatsink. Thanks again so much for watching. Please remember to like and share if this helped you out, if you think it can help someone else out. And feel free to subscribe if you enjoy DIY computer content like this, or if you just want to keep me on hand to answer any of your future computer questions. I do try to answer all questions throughout my channel at least a couple times a day. Also, feel free to check out the related links section below in the description. From time to time, I do try to add things in there that I think will help you with your general computer life, make it more productive, more enjoyable. So thanks again for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.